Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Porter Arts Group St. Patrick's Day show. Tonight we've got a great lineup of phenomenal talent to entertain you. And we'd like to be sure that you enjoy it. So to introduce our first performer, Howie Porter himself is going to come on. He's the president of our arts group in Stoneham, and he will sing an Irish poem.
Thank you. This is the third song. I wrote this about 2 hours ago. And it's called Green is the Color of Your Blood.
That was very beautiful.
Thank you. All right, we'll have Joe Hayes.
Yeah, Joe Hayes is going to play the Irish drum along with Josh Fonseca, who will play the Australian didgeridoo and the African drum, and then Joe will read a poem. Let's hear it for Joe and Josh.
All right, Joe, all right. Yeah, why don't you sit down and see what the heck you got there? What do you got for drums there?
This is an Irish drum, traditional Irish drum. It's called the bodhran, which is spelled B-O-D-H-R-A-N, and it means loud noise. And it's thought that it may have originated as a harvesting tool. And at the time of the harvest, they would sit in a circle, and everybody would have something like this. Mm-hmm. You put the grain in it, and throw up the grain. The wind would blow away the tape. And then they decided that it made a pretty good noise, so they began using it as a musical instrument. And it almost disappeared, but people began resurrecting it back in the probably mid-60s or so. And traditionally what you do is your hand goes in the skin. It's usually made from birch wood or maple wood. And this would be goat skin. And you have a stick called a kippet. And you go down, up, and you move your hand around to manipulate the sound. And in honor of all the people that were sentenced to Australia, Australia began as a penal colony under the United Kingdom, and a lot of Irish people that were fighting for their freedom and independence were sentenced to imprisonment. And they were sent to Australia. And over 50% of Australian people nowadays are of Irish descent. So in honor of those people, well, I play the bodhran. Josh is going to play a traditional Australian instrument, the didgeridoo. And then for our second thing, we're going to read a poem by one of the greatest Irish poets, William Butler Yeats. And Josh is going to accompany that with an African drum. And the beautiful thing about the arts and poetry that is timeless and beautiful is that the years go by, they change, but the truth of that poetry lives on forever. And if you give it a modern interpretation, it's still just as relevant as it was. So we're going to give a very modern interpretation and cadence to a Yeats poem, and I hope you all enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. And what do you play there? What's that?
This is an Australian instrument.
Yeah. Well,
it's called a didgeridoo.
Yep.
And you play it by blowing through it, and you vibrate your lips to get the various tones. So supposedly this instrument goes back about 80,000 years. Wow. And it was first discovered by the indigenous people of the Aborigines in Australia.
So by doing that, you change the pitch?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, let's see what you can do there.
All right.
Didgeridoo. Doesn't look 2,000 years old, does it? Everybody over here?
you taking the shit?
Crocodile Dundee just walked by, you know? I saw Crocodile Dundee just walk by.
Yeah,
It's good.
so thank you very much.
Very good.
And next we're going to do a poem, as I said, by William Butler Yeats. And this is called The Lake Isle at Innisfree. And it belongs to a traditional Irish group, I guess I would call it, of poetry, called the Aisling, which means dream. And it's when you are having a reverie. And traditionally, the Irish were not allowed to complain about their condition when they were living under British imperialism. So it was a device for the writers and poets of the day to say, oh, you know, I fell asleep by a stream last night, and I had this dream, and this beautiful woman in green appeared to me, and she said, why aren't you defending me? And of course, the beautiful woman was Ireland. And the British were so obtuse that they didn't get it. And the woman would complain about all kinds of abuses and scathing situations. And that was the way that the Irish would be able to express their discontent, and that would fire up the people and raise a rebellion, because pretty much every generation raised a rebellion, which none of which were successful until 1916. But anyway, this is more of a pastoral Aisling, in the sense that Yeats, he's busy, he's stressed, he's in the city, you know, and so many of us nowadays, with the frantic pace we live in, can relate to that. And what he's doing is picturing a beautiful part of Ireland in County Sligo, where he grew up. and this beautiful island that's in the middle of a lake. And he's going to go there, and he's going to build a cottage. And he's very specific, as dreams should be. And he's going to have 9 bean rows, not 10, not 8. And he's going to have a hive for the honeybee. And he knows exactly what this place looks like. So he goes there, so to speak. And hopefully myself and Josh are going to bring you there now with our particular rendition. So, do you remember? You start. I will arise and go now. 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 I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree and build a cottage there of clay and wattles made. And 9 bean rows shall I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee loud glade. Ho! And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the veils of the morning, until when the crickets sing, their midnights all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. Ho! I shall arise and go now, for always night and day I hear that water lapping with low sounds by the shore, and standing by the pavement or in the city gray, I hear it in my deep heart's core. Huh!
Great. That was good. It was a feeling of really. Thank you very much. Very good. That's pretty good, huh?
That was great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the feeling of over there.
St. Pat's Quartet.
Really good, really good. Well, we have.